Welcome to Simple Discipleship Unfiltered.
Unfiltered.
Where no topic is off limits.
Hey, welcome to Simple Discipleship Unfiltered. I'm Diana.
I'm Kendall.
And I'm Ashton.
Hey, welcome everyone. We're talking about this week what we're thankful for, right? So thankful for you guys. When we talk about Thanksgiving, what do you think about first? Like the holiday Thanksgiving.
Oh,
so
I was like,
you don't have to get deep. You don't have to go deep. Hey, I'm in love with Jesus.
Turkey.
Dressing.
Dressing.
For sure.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say dressing.
I think I think of like the animated turkey. You know what I'm saying? Like not, like, because I don't even eat that much turkey.
Yeah.
No?
I get
yeah,
that.
like,
Just the turkey day. Like
You know, I think
first
about
one.
Charlie Brown Thanksgiving and when they gave like popcorn and toast. Do y'all ever watch that?
Jake
Please do
loves
not
those.
say you have not
I have
watched.
seen-
Please don't say
I
you
mean,
have.
yeah, I'm sure. at
Have you
some
watched
point
the
in my
Charlie
life.
Brown? Oh my gosh.
Jake was hunting for the Charlie Brown
Yeah.
Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas little thing. I think we got it. I don't remember. So I
If
know what
not,
you're
I
talking
have
about.
the DVDs. I will let you borrow. But
She don't have a DVD player.
We have a PlayStation. And I
you
think
can play on the PlayStation. Yeah. So
Or you could just look it up on YouTube, probably. It's probably real
no,
quick.
it's not there. Because I
It's
tried to
not?
find it last year, and that's why I had to buy it. Because it was a necessity. So anyway, but you think
Oh.
about the food, right? You think about the food. So when you think about the food, I think about the fruit of the Spirit.
Of course you do. You said not go deep.
Yeah, you just went deep.
You said not go deep.
I do have something, not
Yeah.
just the turkey. So, because we're doing it right now, but, and we always encourage people, like our mom did on stage before Thanksgiving or whatever, like it's not a common tradition, I don't think, but our family would not only just sit around the table eat, but then my grandma makes us go around the table
But you know what?
and start to say the things that we're thankful for. And I guarantee you, every stinking time we all have snot coming out of our nose, tears out of our eyes, and we're just boo-hooing around the table because
Yeah.
it's not just like, oh, I'm thankful for my dog. Like, it's like deep things of like, we know we've seen the Lord, you know, and so it's just really special.
Well, you come from like a very anointed family. The rest of us come from some hood rats.
So do it
Everybody
with your
like,
family.
Look, we ain't got to pray for the dog. Just, we want to eat.
I
Just
can't even say
grab
what
it.
they would say they're thankful for.
Maybe you want to start a new tradition this year,
Yeah.
Ashton, to say, let's just take a moment to say
It doesn't have to be anything
what
major.
we're thankful for. And that way,
And they're
you
not
know
going
who
to
the-
understand the weeping. They're
But-
going to be like,
Go stick that turkey in your mouth. Be
they
quiet.
ain't going to understand the Jeremiah, whatever y'all try to call
Little
it. They ain't
Jeremiah.
Gonna, yeah,
Little
whatever. They're going to be
Jeremiah.
like, get it together.
Did you not get
Go
enough?
make the food and
Yeah.
go away. That's what they tell me.
No,
like,
you do it after you've eaten. That way your belly's
She extra
full.
emotional today. Yeah.
They would know. They'd be like, "Is she on something?"
Yeah.
I don't. As much as I cry with y'all, I don't cry with them. I'm pretty mean to them, so I'm like,
Trying to be all tough.
That's so funny.
Okay, fruit
No,
of the
you know-
spirit.
No, you know, I no, I'm right there with where you're at. I think that we need to make new traditions. I think that you know, especially as a person who my mom was not here, you need to appreciate your grandma.
She's talking to Kendall, by the way.
Yeah, appreciate your grandma, but you too. You need to appreciate your grandma because I know she got
Hey,
Jesus.
she about to roll up in here with some paper towels for all of us
Hey,
and
that's what I'm
everything.
saying. Grandma's good to us, so y'all, you know, take a moment, just listen. Anybody listen? You got your family. Take a moment, enjoy that.
And if you don't do it, start it, because it's going to be things that, yeah, we'll do fun games or different things, like whatever, but those are the things that you remember, is sitting around the table and just everybody really, you know, just feeling the Lord in that moment. And I know not all families do it, but
Start it.
take a leap of faith and try, like, because before you know it, you're having, like, people are going to have to think about, like, what am I truly thankful for, you know? And so it's a really special time that I may say it jokingly sometimes, but it really is special to me. And the more I've grown closer to the Lord, I'm excited for those moments, because I get to really dig and say, like, this is what I've been thankful
Yeah,
for.
because you got kids, you know, and you and you want your kids to experience that too, you know. So
Tell me why the Lord convicted me. Like, you ain't gonna be mean this year. You
Yeah.
got to- and then it also like convicted me of of just being that person to maybe plant that seed of maybe they are a grouch 364 days out of the year, but what if one day they just spent their time saying what they're thankful for instead of grouchiness, you know? So maybe this is my year to start a new tradition
Yes.
and plant a seed to be thankful, especially when Di got emotional.
I know.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah, so do that. Take the moment, take the time. What else do y'all do on Thanksgiving? Do you eat, sleep? You know, for us, we eat, we watch football because that's amazing, and then we just kind of like lay around, and then we get ready to do Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, back in the day when you had Thanksgiving, I'll never forget this
Oh,
because
you
we
bet.
used to have a bigger family, right? So you'd have like tables of food. And so when everybody got through eating the first time, you just go get the sheet and throw it on top of the
Just
table.
cover back up.
And then you just come back later, unroll the sheet, and everybody would eat again, right?
Zap in the microwave.
So what do y'all do? What do y'all?
Our traditions are kind of changing a little bit, you know, when you get married too, and then you have other family to involve. But for sure, noon is usually with my mom and her mom, like that grandma. But it's usually that Thanksgiving, the one that we're sitting around all crying together. And then after that, we used to go to another grandparents' house and do like a football pot and like all the things. But that's changing up this year. So this year we're gonna go to Jake's mom's house in the evening, and yeah, so just doing some new traditions this year for us. But
So when I was a kid, my favorite tradition was you get Thanksgiving ready, everybody eats, everybody takes a nap, and then you like get a little snack and you go Black Friday shopping. And we would shop from like
Yes.
midnight
I
to
so
like
miss Black Friday
8, 9,
shopping.
10, maybe lunchtime, like eat lunch, then we would go home and go to bed.
Yes,
But
we had breakfast.
I'm sad they don't do that anymore, but that's okay.
well, they do, but it's like all
Not
the
the
time.
same. It's not all night. Like
No.
they start at like 7 in the morning.
Yeah, but all the deals have already started.
Yeah, they do it the whole month of November. So it defeats the purpose.
Sad day.
That's something we would do at where we would go the second half of the day before. We would like pull out. Everybody had the catalogs, you know, of like what's coming on Black Friday, and so we'd all sit around with the table. We have a couple of pictures where we're like holding up the magazines, and we would like sit there and circle all the things we wanted, and then get ready and go. But I do
But
miss that.
now we really don't have traditions. Once my granny passed, she was the tradition holder. Like, you know, we would, as soon as everything was cleaned up, get the Christmas tree out and do all those things. And then once she passed, there's just like nothing really. So I'm praying the Lord just starts new traditions. And,
Start something new.
yeah.
Would you, girl?
Yeah. Well, this year we're actually having Thanksgiving on Wednesday night.
What?
Yeah, I know it's hard. Because Abby's working Thursday, so all of her family is coming. Dad's coming with Betty, and like I said, with Abby's family, and so we're gonna do it on Wednesday night and not on Thursday. So I don't know how to do that, you know, without football.
Like
you know?
I don't know what.
Yeah, so
Well, football's a good filler. If you don't feel like talking, you just turn on the
Turn the
game.
game on.
And now you
no,
can't
it's
do
just,
that.
you know, since I was born, I had a football in my hand, so I just love football. I wouldn't care who was playing. It's just, it goes with the holiday to me. So to not have that, because I don't think anybody's playing on Wednesday night, it's just going to be different. There's just going to be a lot of different things this year.
Right.
And that's the hard part. But I'll roll with it. But I think I love that you guys are making traditions, you know, making new things happen. And, you know, we have so much to be thankful for, even though we've had some loss and we've had some hard times. You know, we've stressed how hard that it is once you step out into ministry. It's hard. And the enemy comes to kill, steal, and destroy, and he tries to do that, you know, and he's good at it. But I'm so thankful for all that we've experienced. And we got into the tangent with Dr. Brown on the last episode, and And the thing is that I'm so thankful to see how God can move in a person's life in deliverance, because it's important. And we just had an amazing weekend last weekend, where we just saw amazing things happen. People physically look different when they went through the session.
Right.
And their families' dynamics were changed. And it was just, this little girl wrote a letter and talking about how she was so thankful to God for her whole family, because it was the mama, the dad, and the kids all went through it. And she said, I'm just so thankful that God, touched my mom and my daddy, and says my daddy's just different, and that's what the power of Holy Spirit can do, is that he moves into a situation, and you could see the countenance of that man changed, and the mom and the kid, and it was just like, God, you're so awesome. You're just so awesome that you showed up and you changed the trajectory of this whole family, and all they had to simply do was yield to it. And that's it. That's what deliverance is. It's just yielding my flesh over to the Spirit to do what he wants to do in there. And so we're going to be talking about conferences this year, because we've got some new ones going to be lined up, probably, February? Coming up in February. And we encourage you guys, if you live in the area, even if you don't, everybody drives so far to go to other conferences and, cowgirl conferences and this conference and that conference. It is worth the drive to come to this free deliverance conference. Dr. Brown feeds you breakfast, and she feeds you lunch, and you're going to leave feeling so much better than you've ever felt. Because God did not intend for us to carry around all of our family baggage, all of those things. Just because your mama had it, your grandma had it, don't mean you got to have it. And whatever, that passed down generation can end with you, can end right now with you. And so, if you don't do it, then your kids and your grandkids are going to have to deal with it. And that's something that we need to...
Traditions in another way.
Yeah, that's not a good tradition. So yeah, we're so thankful for you guys, and we didn't do our commercial today. How much time do we have?
I have to leave now. So
Right.
sorry, guys.
So
So
let's-
they want to keep going.
Yeah. So no, we're gonna end today, but we just wanted to share with you guys how much we're thankful for you. We're thankful for you that are listening. We're thankful that Angie won the cup 2 weeks ago, right? Angie, you're amazing. We love you so much. We will have another contest probably next week. But we're having her cup made with her name on it. So So if you win one of our cups, we'll get your name put on there too. And we love you guys for listening. But would you please like it, share it, leave a comment, and just spread the word that we're out here. We've got a lot of in the queue now that people can go back and listen to. And if you have some ideas for topics, please go to our website, m3mi.org, and leave us comment there that I'd like to hear this specific topic, whatever it is. We do appreciate that. And we thank you guys that have been sending in your ideas. Anything else?
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy
Yeah,
Thanksgiving.
happy Thanksgiving.
Love you guys.
Love y'all.
Remember this. Go show some love.
Show some compassion.
Give mercy.
And go be Jesus today.
Hey, SDU family, thank you for joining us today. We do value your feedback, so if you have any questions or suggestions of topics, please feel free to reach out to our email at info@m3mi.org or reach out to us via text or call to our SDU hotline. The number is 214-600-7771.